Hello and welcome to Super Garden with Michael Dwyer and Marc Halpin. Today we're going to be looking at some fuchsias. I got fuchsias planted in my garden during the week.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
Oh my
Brown
God.
planted them. I was telling him about how much you love fuchsias, and he said if you ever want to see a special future, tell him to come out. So Kevin has a special fuchsia there for you. You may come in and see the fuchsias. You'll love them.
What colour are we looking now? Pinkish, purplish?
Purplish, yeah. Kind of the colour of those glasses behind you over there.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
What is it about the fuchsia?
I don't know. It's overflowing with goodness. Ashton describes it as a weed, though. But like, it's just the way they're perfectly little primed. Anyway, you went for them. Why did you?
Oh, I didn't. I had no say.
Oh yeah.
Just as well. You asked me about flowers, dandelions or like daffodils. The other flowers I know, I don't care.
Yeah.
But no, they look great. Not that I don't care, I just don't know enough to give direction on it at all. So I just let people who know what they're doing take the reins.
That's fair enough. That's great. I'd absolutely love to take up Kevin on his kind offer there.
Yeah.
I sold fuchsias once, of course, with John Engel. We dealt flowers in the Bloom Garden Festival.
Right.
It was one of the greatest honours of my life. I loved every moment of it because you have people coming up and they just love flowers and they want to love you, tell you them about the flowers. And like, I don't know anything about the flowers, but I learned words like this is a hardy plant. Hardy means it'll last through the winter.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is not so hardy, you know. Soft
plant.
Soft plant. So there's all different types of fuchsia, different varieties, and yes, and then sometimes you can germinate them yourself, and you can grow your own fuchsia, and you can put them in little pots, and it's a great hobby.
Germinate them yourself?
Yeah. Would you ever like to germinate things, Marc?
I don't know. Whatever you're into, Michael.
Speaking of germination, by the time this podcast is released, we could have a little baby.
We could. We should have had one yesterday by the doctor, but we don't. Yeah. 1 day overdue as of the recording of this podcast. No sign. It doesn't. This probably won't happen tonight. I'm betting it's going to happen. Today is Sunday. It's going to happen next Sunday.
Oh. Why? Bank holiday weekend for the crack?
Just 41 weeks, I think.
41 weeks?
I just think that's like 1 week overdue. That's it.
Oh.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that could be it.
That's interesting.
Hopefully not.
I was a week overdue.
Were you?
Yeah. Exactly a week.
Stood to you. Yeah. That's what they reckon. They reckon the longer a baby stays in, the higher its IQ.
Oh, be good.
Yeah.
Were you late?
No. I was 3 days early, I think.
And this is a book for the baby. I could have waited till we have the baby, but no, I said I'll be the first.
Okay.
This is a book for the baby.
Ah, very nice. I thought this was going to be. Oh, we'll save that for later. I won't read that out here. I thought this was going to be some. I sent you stories of this before, didn't I?
Yes.
Wow.
They've only released the book there, I think, a fortnight ago.
That's class.
Yeah. It's a very good book. And what the beauty of it is, it's a good book for kids and adults in that the messages in it will make adults reconnect with themselves and that sort of thing. But then the pictures are quite nice for children.
Yeah. The first page here, I'll open on. The simple fact that you are reading this book, breathing, alive in a human body, is an incredible gift. So we'll give that to the listeners. You're not reading the book, but you are still here breathing in a body, listening to this podcast. And that's an incredible gift.
Yeah.
So appreciate it. And this is an incredible gift, this book. Today will be a great day. Slimmy Oddities Guide to Happiness.
Yeah.
Because I've seen these on Instagram before, little clips, and I sent them to you because I thought you'd like them. Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
That's class.
330,000 followers on Instagram. So Slimy Oddity, I think, is their name. So yes. Of course, this podcast is dedicated to... we're actually going to have a chat about Leinster Rugby and we're going to just shoot the breeze about what happened yesterday. And, you know, I just think we missed too many opportunities.
We did, and they didn't. And therefore they won. And that's just rugby, guys.
That's it.
That's just rugby.
That's it, yeah. Ronan O'Gara.
Yeah,
Roger.
A traitor. What a bollocks. How dare he?
Taking our glory.
After everything we did for that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what he's done to our 12 counties.
Well, yes. And I hope you're happy. Ronan O'Gara.
How could he do that to Leo?
Yeah, and did you see poor Johnny?
Poor Johnny.
Poor Johnny. Now, a few lads we know were quite happy about the fact that Johnny was upset. I say, look, lads, let's just leave it on the field.
Yeah.
Sport is sport. We all go home to our families at the end of the day.
Oh, we live in such a funny world. I don't know. Like, here we are in Southeast Ireland, and there was so much energy dedicated to Liverpool.
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 Because we're from Liverpool. And you'll never walk alone, but we're on a different country, so we can't actually walk beside them. Shut the fuck up and find something better to do. There's more things going on. No, like, fair play. I don't get it. I'm ignorant. I just don't get it. You're in the same boat, I assume. You don't get it, really.
I don't know, but I'm all for let them off.
Whatever makes you happy. But as long as you don't punch your wife because they lose, all is fair play then.
A disclaimer for paper producers: don't punch your wife if Liverpool lost. So.
Yeah, I don't get it. Right, fair enough. Right, okay. So I would say I support Wexford hurling and football loosely because I'm from there and I play GA, and that's about the extent of it. I have so much other things to pay attention to other than Liverpool and like basketball and NFL and all these things. I just don't get it. I used to support Arsenal when I was younger, but I just fell out of it, I suppose, when the money came in. But have you any strange niche thing that you have nothing other than an emotional investment in?
Nothing other.
Ashland. No. No, you have a house.
Yeah.
So that's concrete.
But what are you trying to veer towards here? Like that.
Do you follow like a sports team or a?
Oh, what is? No, I think I get more invested in things that. Also, look at this. This is the hand gesture. You kind of go in like a tunnel with the hand there. That's the hand gesture for investment.
Gardening.
Yeah.
Future. Futures.
I think if there was a hobby that I become totally engrossed with, it's genealogy and ancestry. And if I get that, time passes away so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know what it is. But there was something. You said, oh yeah, I can totally vouch for what you said about you supporting loosely Wexford GA.
Yeah.
We watched the Wexford Kilkenny game in each other's company.
Yeah.
And you were certainly watching it, but you weren't watching a game like I watch a game. No. You were happy to observe the peaks and the falls and the troughs of the experience, while I was more, Lee, Connor.
Yeah.
I was riding with the waves, whereas you were sitting on the shore. And,
having soup.
A
lovely soup, actually. It's a grown on a test. Yeah, I remember like when I was younger, I would get emotionally involved in these games, watching them, and like if you're live there, you get caught up in it, obviously. But and I would like say if my club or something was playing, it would affect me. I get emotionally involved that way, but I just don't. Because I know I'm going to get upset if they lose, and there's nothing I can do from watching that's going to affect the outcome of it.
But I think just because I like GA and that I can see how the basketball and all that is just people experiencing it and diving into it, like even though they're not with them in person or whatever, that they can still have something that they're with, and that there's an energy with it, or that they're coasting along with it on a roller coaster almost. Like, and those last few minutes of a game are just, they're breathtaking, aren't they? Because you feel like something is going to go somewhere, and it does. The spoils go to the victor or whatever. But like, there's something breathtaking about sport when you get those moments. I loved yesterday. Like I love yesterday because of the example that it portrays. I'm sure Liverpool fans don't like this, but like Liverpool losing, Leinster losing, shows the power of the underdog. That nothing really is certain, and that we all, even when we do partake in sport, that the underdog can triumph.
Yeah. There is something there, all right.
Yeah.
But again, Liverpool, leave it, lads. Relax.
Okay.
Or like sharing the team before the match, like on your Instagram story is like, oh, the Liverpool team for tomorrow has been released. You know who'll love that? My followers who aren't following Liverpool. I'll just show them the team.
Yeah.
For tomorrow. Yeah.
But on the other end of it, so I understand the frustration, Mark, but as well as that, James Flood. I loved my most James Flood text ever came when he said, it was great to see everyone miserable yesterday. Put that up on your wall, along with the quote of Slimy Oddity. It was great to see everyone miserable yesterday.
Yeah, there we go. That's my next tattoo.
We have some correspondence, Mark.
Oh.
Yes, we are blessed to have among our listenership the one, the only, Liam Byrne. And let's find him now. He sent us an old voice up when I was in Australia.
Michael, just listening to your podcast for you. Sorry. Oh yeah, Michael, listening to some of your podcast there, and you were talking about mineral licks and cattle licks that your friend was selling for cows that drink piss and eat stones. McCormick's and Gorey years ago used to sell mineral licks and cattle licks, and Stan Hempelstall was working McCormick's and Gorey one particular day, and the farmer came in and said, Stan, have you any cattle licks in here? And Stan replied, I tell you the truth, I'm the only Protestant in this place.
Very good.
Yes,
well done to Liam last night in the Shed Fest.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And DJ Keno.
Yeah, fair play to Shedfest, absolutely, yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing reports of how it went. And also in correspondence, I see Gary Malloy was in Owlert Hill. He just put up at the bar.
Yeah, Owlert Hill Bar.
Yeah, there was a mystery tour, I think, that he was on. But he actually recently commented on a YouTube video of ours, and I just thought I'd bring his correspondence to the attention of our fine listeners, including Bridgie Fitzpatrick. Bridgie, you're one of our...
Hello, Bridgie.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning our way. And so Gary says, Michael will be locked up for what he done to the lad from Cranford. Only your man was from Cranford.
There we go. Fair punishment for fair crime. So today's topic, let's get into it, is medical anomalies. So I have compiled a game for our topic today, Michael. Our game is called This Book is Used for Everything. Okay, medical, mystery, or Marvel movie. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so you need to tell me, is this a medical mystery or a Marvel movie?
Okay.
Number 1, Morbius.
Morbius.
Is it a medical mystery or a Marvel movie?
Medical mystery.
Shane?
Marvel movie.
Oh!
Morbius is a Marvel movie about a doctor with a rare blood disorder who tries to save others from the same fate.
Oh!
He's Dracula or something, is he?
Yeah, he's a vampire.
He's a vampire.
Oh.
Okay. Number 2, Putrid Finger. Not to be confused with Goldfinger.
I'm going to go with a medical mystery.
Medical mystery, correct. Mark, pull up Putrid Finger.
Wow.
Okay. So we have Putrid Finger. 1 second now. What do you think Putrid Finger is, Michael?
I'd say it's where blood is exposed on fingers, maybe. I'll go with that.
Okay, so Putrid Finger. A 1996 issue of the medical journal The Lancet carried a distressing case study. A 29-year-old man had pricked his finger on a chicken bone 5 years previously, leaving him with an infection which made him smell terribly.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, the most disabling consequence of the infection was a putrid smell emanating from the affected arm, which could be detected across a large room, and when confined to a smaller examination room because it was almost intolerable, the paper states.
Oh my
The cause
gosh.
of the infection couldn't be identified and didn't respond to antibiotics. So the paper's authors issued a plea. We ask assistance from colleagues who may have encountered a similar case or for suggestions on how to relieve this patient's odour even if the organism cannot be eradicated. So what happened to this poor man? Does he still smell putrid after all these years? I contacted a dermatologist who treated him to find out. Peter Holt of the University of Wales reported that the patient's infection cleared up spontaneously and he no longer smells putrid, but the case still remains a mystery.
What does that tell you about that putrid finger?
Putrid finger. It means never take anything for granted.
Okay.
My fingers are putrid at the minute.
Right.
People compare the smell of my fingers.
Yeah.
Do you want to smell my fingers?
Refreshing.
Fresh. Number 3, on medical mystery or Marvel movie. Man Thing.
Marvel movie.
Marvel movie about a swamp creature.
Okay.
So we've got 2. You're 2 for 3 at the minute, Michael.
Okay.
Number 4, The Never Ending Headache.
Oh, My mother gets these migraines. I think that's a medical mystery.
That's a medical mystery. Pull it up, Mark. Medical mystery. Never-ending headache. That is what some of my teachers described me as in school. Okay, so we have medical mystery. Where is this headache? This so-called headache. It's gone.
It's gone?
It's gone.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. But yeah, there was someone who got a headache that has been going on for years. I remember reading earlier. He got a headache one day out of nowhere, and he had it for about 5 years, and then his vision changed, and everything he saw turned to cartoon form. So everything had heavy outlines and blurred different shades, colours to what it normally would have been, and he still has this headache about 10 years later.
That's crazy.
That was number 4, the never-ending headache. Number 5, the toxic lady of Riverside.
Okay. I like the idea of this being a medical mystery.
This is a medical mystery.
Oh.
Yes, pull it up, Mark. Medical mystery. So this is the death of Gloria Ramirez.
Oh.
So Gloria Ramirez, who died in 1994, was a woman from Riverside, California, and she was dubbed the Toxic Lady or the Toxic Woman by the media when several hospital workers became ill after exposure to her body and blood. She had been admitted to the emergency department while suffering from late-stage cervical cancer. While treating Ramirez, several hospital workers fainted and others experienced symptoms such as shortness of breath and muscle spasms. 5 workers required hospitalization, one of whom remained in intensive care for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
On exposure to Gloria Ramirez.
That is no joke.
That is no joke. There is a Marvel movie in that though.
Yes. My gosh.
Number 6, Elektra.
Marvel movie.
Marvel movie. Shane, what is it? Give us it. Elektra.
One of the X-Men?
I have no idea. I don't watch any Marvel movies.
No.
You don't either, do you?
No.
That's why I thought this would be a good game. Number 7, The Lost Caesarean.
Oh, medical mystery.
That's an Indiana Jones film.
Is it?
No, it's not. It's a medical mystery.
Speaking of mysteries, you the decking is gone.
The decking is gone, yes.
Yeah.
If you have seen our decking, please contact the local community text alert. No, Jerry Tobin took our decking and put down those lovely slabs at the back.
Oh my gosh, a huge transformation.
I was going to post it on my fitness Instagram. Transformations.
So tell us about
The Lost Caesarean. So this was a woman. A mother accuses doctors of stealing baby from her womb after waking up from cesarean to be told she'd imagined her pregnancy.
Oh my god.
So Brazilian Claudia Aparecida Lopez claims she had 2 ultrasound scans where she saw photos of the baby beforehand. The last scan showed the baby in a breech position, her family said. A doctor at Alto Paranabia Hospital in Brazil told her she'd imagined the pregnancy. Her husband, Alexandro Dantize Alves, has reported the case to the police.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so apparently she had the C-section. Doctors told her she imagined it.
That's...
If you have
Not
seen
what it
her
is.
baby, please contact the local emergency text alert, community text alert, and we'll get on it.
They'll be ready.
Wolverine.
I think that's a Marvel
That's
movie.
a Marvel movie. Iron Man.
A Marvel movie.
Oh, that was a man who had too much iron. No, it's not.
Oh.
Number 10, Nightmares on the Mountains.
A Marvel movie?
Medical mystery. Here's a good one. So
Right.
Nightmares, this is a New York Times post
Yeah.
from 1981.
Okay.
So Nightmares suspected in bed deaths of 18 Laotians.
Who are they?
Laotians. From Laos. Just a bit across from Mead there.
From where?
Eddie Brennan got in trouble in Laos.
Oh.
No, Laos is like, it's Bali.
Is that
or somewhere
Cambodia?
now.
Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cambodia. Yeah, so apparently 18 people died in this Laos. Though they were Laotian. That's quite hard. Laotain, Laotian.
Right.
Laotian refugees died mysteriously in their sleep in this country within the last 4 years. So they're all from Laos. And they were refugees. And apparently the only explanation they had in 1981 for their deaths was they had nightmares that bad that they died. Because they had all of their medical postmortems showed no infections, no disease. They just all died in their sleep. There's all kind of speculation, but for the time being, we have no real explanation. All these people seem to have been in good health. I know what they didn't die of. He said they didn't die of getting shot in the head, stabbed in the heart. They didn't fall off the roof. They didn't get poisoned because we did an autopsy in each case and we got a big 0.
Wow.
So they all died from their nightmares. So that was Medical Mystery or Marvel Movie.
Wow. Thank you for that, Mark.
No, you're very welcome.
You're a great quiz master.
Quizmaster.
I haven't been to a table quiz since the pandemic. Bring back table quiz.
Bring back table quiz. What was your last? Who was your last?
I'd have to consult my book. I suppose it might have been hosting. Was it hosting in the Anchor?
Was it? Is that your last one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does a man live?
How does a man
Without
live?
table quiz?
I was victimised and that table quiz.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we can't talk about it on air.
Oh, okay.
There's an ongoing investigation.
It's too traumatic.
It was too traumatic, yeah.
Since you brought up medical mysteries, I wanted to give you the case of one young. Well, he's not young; he's dead. I want to give you the case of Ignaz Semmelweis.
Okay.
And this man, right? He was Hungarian, and he died in 1865. And he was the early pioneer of antiseptic procedures. So basically, maybe we discussed this man before, but he was working in a ward with mothers, and he proposed a test that if all the doctors washed their hands and washed them thoroughly, that maybe the children wouldn't die from sepsis.
Right.
So he carried out the experiment, and it's lo and behold, it was definitely going to help in stopping the spread of sepsis among maternity wards. Yeah. So he proposed this rather reasonable today practice of washing hands with chlorinated lime solutions in 1847. Yeah. And then he published the book of his findings. So all together now, this seems just great. Another scientific breakthrough. However, Mark, it wasn't so good. It conflicted with the established scientific and medical opinions of the time, and his ideas were rejected by the medical community. He could offer no acceptable scientific explanation for his findings, and some doctors were offended at the suggestion that they should wash their hands, and they mocked him for it. In 1865, the increasingly outspoken Semmelweis suffered a nervous breakdown. He was committed to an asylum, and in the asylum he was beaten by the guards. He died 14 days later from a gangrenous wound on his right hand that may have been caused by the beating. And even though this practice earned widespread acceptance only years after his death, so even though he lost his life, this practice, we owe a lot to him today, because Louis Pasteur confirmed it through germ theory, and they used the methods and the research of this man in his first place. So it's very unfortunate that he died.
He'd had to die so we'd wash our hands.
But isn't it bad that 150 years ago he came up with this thing, and then we heard for what felt like 3 years Joe Duffy say wash your hands?
Yeah. Does washing your hands solve monkeypox?
Oh, good question.
Monkeypox is here now, because we need to have something that worked very well in the news last time. They got a lot of mileage out of it, but COVID's gone now, so they need another pandemic. The war is over. Or the war is not over, it's just boring now. So they need to find something else. The war is fucking still not boring, by the way. There's a lot going on over there still. I seen a yoke on the internet, and it was, what's it called? They dropped, it looked really cool in the sky. It was like a load of fireworks, and fireworks kind of drizzled down, and there was loads of it in like a black sky. But it's these bombs that it's fire when it touches the ground, it doesn't go out. So it starts larger fires when it drops. And Russia are dropping this on the Ukraine at the minute.
My gosh. But it's just terrible in the Ukraine. But sorry, on monkeypox, a week ago maybe, when this whole monkeypox thing was completely new, there was a video of Biden on just about to board an airplane. Yeah. And you could tell he just didn't know what he was talking about. And within 3 sentences he goes, "And we'll get a vaccine if it's needed." And we don't even know what this is, and this man's already wanted to be able to start the war now, and we'll say, right, vaccine. We'll just throw that bomb in for American civil society there at the moment. Speaking of poor old America and the gun shootings, did you know how many guns there are in America at the moment?
No.
I'm going to have to Google this. Pull this up, Michael. America because you know the way an Irish solution to that now would be just stop selling guns and then we'll be all right, won't we?
Yeah.
But apparently that is not the case. Yes, this is the case. Wow. Okay. In 2018, Mark, how many? Yeah, just give us a rough number.
So the population of America is what, 30 million? 300 million?
300 million,
300
yeah.
million. 300 million. And I'd say there's 500 million guns.
Okay, you're on the ball. According to a 2018 report, US gun owners possess 393.3 million weapons.
Yeah, I'd probably more than people.
That's mad.
Yeah, why do you need more guns than people? You're going to run out of people to shoot with them.
Yeah.
There's going to be 0.93 guns and no people left.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
There you go.
Yeah, because of
right.
a sentence written fucking 300 years ago.
Yeah.
We have the right to bear arms. I'm sure there's other shit in that like that they just don't pay attention to.
Yeah.
It's just guns are fun. Guns are fun. Like, surely, I don't know, like, could they not put security outside schools now instead of saying we need to give the teachers guns? Could they not put, like, armed forces on the gates?
Yeah. And apparently, yeah, I think that's the better solution because I think teachers are very poorly paid in America.
Yeah, they're not even trained how to do their job correctly. Now they have to go to a fucking tactical shooting range before and to get their teaching license.
It is crazy, all right, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine, like, fucking my primary school principal when I was in school, like, pulling out a pistol.
Yeah.
God, we'd all
Although
be fucked.
we can both agree that one man who could handle a deadly weapon would be Ty Kelly. Ty Kelly, I give him whatever weapon he needed.
He probably used like a spear or something.
A spear?
Really going, yeah.
Record leaf.
On.
Bend up, use your two hands, pick up. I'm going to try and find something now if I can. I have had a lovely time, I must say, Mark.
Yes, you have.
I have. I've been blessed to travel to Poliano Amera with my beautiful fiance, and we flew into Poliano Amera, and I brought with me, Mark, this massive book called The Red Book by Carl Jung.
Yes.
And I haven't had the opportunity to read it, but by God, I'm sinking my teeth into it at the moment.
Okay.
It is, I said to Ashton, and I stand by it, it's the closest thing to drugs without taking drugs within the written word that I have ever discovered.
Okay. All right, go on.
I take it. Yeah, so there's, I'm trying to find a PDF of it now because I actually...
You have it on PDF as well?
Yeah, you can find it on PDF, absolutely, yeah. But, so there's one line in it that just transformed my whole thinking and everything, but now will I be able to find it swiftly? What else can I tell you about the holiday while I'm looking up for this man? Alan Brown, yes. Alan Brown will forever hold a place in my heart. Alan, his wife and his mother-in-law joined us on a boat trip out to sea, and Alan was American, and I loved it. It's just great to have crack with people and just getting insight into their world. So Alan is a house husband because he retired from investment firm and he owns a little place. And I didn't really understand where he was talking about it at the start, but Ashton quickly filled me in. He owns a little house in a nice community of 2,000 people. It's called the Hamptons. So he's going well.
For those who don't know, just Google the Hamptons. Find out fairly quick what it is.
Yeah. So he... come on, Mike. I think we might be going well now. So we went out and we explored the caves. There are loads of caves in Poliano Amera. It's this beautiful little town, not very... touristy, but the Italians know what to do, Mark. There's a message for you today, Paper Juices. Slow the fuck down.
Slow down, lads.
Slow down. We're going too far too fast here and there. Slow down. Oh, lads. They could be making a cappuccino. And it's all with get the spoon here and move the big arms here and we'll get the cup here and do you want sugar with it? And it's just so... I feel what they're like. Yeah. So... I maybe we're going to have to wait for this quote another day, Mark. But
that's okay.
But I'll try it day and tonight. But it's just a great book on the mystery of life, and I will come back to that in due course. Have we any other matters to discuss on this fine day?
We could do some more cold reading if you like.
Oh yes, let's do it.
So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to leave you and Shane. Shane looks quite like your man. Who's the fish man with the hair? The superhero Thor or whatever. He's looking very majestic.
My hair.
Looking very majestic with his hair today.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, a long hungover shower. Sit down and
Sit down in the shower.
It's a sit down shower type of hangover.
It's a good night.
Not putting on my hair or drying it. Yeah.
And just for your side of it, because you got first-hand experience, what the whole Liverpool thing, Shane, do you get it? Or
I was in Paddy Blues wearing a Real Madrid jumper that was Brendan's about 10 years ago. So I had a great time. Some people, like Real Madrid had a goal disallowed in the first half, but obviously me and my friends celebrated the goal because fuck Liverpool. And obviously the goal was then disallowed, and a Liverpool fan, an elderly, middle-aged man, a bit like watching the match on the same time as me, decided to celebrate to me.
Well
done.
Yeah. That didn't last long for him.
so to recap, last week we did.
Last week I did a cold reading, my first cold reading, a success, as I predicted it would be through my psychic powers. So this week, last time you and Shane picked an object in the room, and I thought, that could be anything. I could be, just watching the way you look at the object or whatever. So this time I'm going to allow the two of you to pick a place in Ireland. And then I'll let you say what different places to me, and I'll pick which one is the one the two of you have agreed upon. Okay. So again, I will leave the room. Just knock when you want me to come back in. Okay. So I'll go out the front door again.
Right you go. Right.
His mic's actually still on, so he's talking to himself out there.
Oh, brilliant. I hope so. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right.
Just pick somewhere random.
Ballyuchter. He's a thing for Ballyuchter.
He has a thing for Ballyuchter.
Oh, yeah.
Where is that?
It's between Cabulin and Ballycanoe.
Ballyuchter.
Yeah.
Was that?
Do you remember he said there was one of the early jokes he had about news stories? And, Ballyuchter, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, we're happy with Ballyuchter, right? Yes. Hello there.
Okay, Michael.
Come into your home.
Now, have we agreed? There was no falling out, was there?
No, not today. No, not today.
Okay, let's start with you, Michael.
Ferns.
No.
Come on.
No.
New Ross.
No.
Kerry.
No. You're watching me so closely.
Munnamalin.
No.
Carnew.
No.
Charmin Feckin.
No, that's not a real place.
Your Mini Farm.
No.
Bastardstown.
No.
Muff.
Muff, no.
Kilmore.
No.
Leash.
No.
Trolley.
No. Trolley. No.
Granite.
No.
Ballyuchter.
Yes.
Fuck it. It's so hard to do. Oh, lads. And I thought I was going in with just stare him out of it. No, it didn't work. 2 weeks in a row for Marc Halpin.
2-0 to me.
Wow, that's very good.
There we go. If you'd like to try your hand at it, want to come on the podcast, see if you can hold your nerve against me, I fucking dare you.
There's Gary Malloy doing no bother. Oh, yes. Yeah. What else is new in the world? The ice cream in Italy is lovely.
Yeah.
You can bring chaps to Italy. They let chaps in. So I'm saying bring the chap to Italy, yeah.
And were they was it stereotypical Italians? Are they portrayed properly in the media?
So how were they portrayed?
Kind of like, hey, forget about it. Kind of,
yeah.
They were kissing on the cheek and all.
No kissing. There was one experience I have to talk about this woman. There was this. We were staying on this little small alleyway, and it was just so typical Italian. They're all very, they're just so friendly and warm and kind and everything. And there was the night before I had noticed that there was a beer bottle broken in the street, and I thought, oh, who's going to clear this up now? This will be interesting. Yeah. So then the next morning I went out to the fruit market, and I was on my way back from the fruit market, and I met this woman, and the glass was gone. Yeah. And I went, I went, I kind of just made a gesture, and then she pointed back with her apron around her and her sweeping brush. She go, fruck la mole, fruck la mole, fruck la mole. And all I could do is, yes, absolutely.
Fruck
Yes,
la mole.
whoever they are. And it was just one of those beautiful moments that, like, I knew what she was saying, even though I hadn't a clue what she was saying.
Yeah, and she knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
You were like, clean this up.
Good woman.
Good woman. You grabbed the Russian hand to her and put
You missed.
it's a small piece, yeah.
But then I got something in the bakery that I didn't like, so then I left it on her doorstep.
Oh.
So, yeah, there you go. That's true love, isn't it?
Yeah. Put that in the bin for me there.
Fruit markets underage there. There was this old woman and her son, and like they were there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they were there at 8 o'clock at night, and they just loved selling fruit all day long. You got a punnet of strawberries, $2.50.
€2.50?
Yes.
What are they over here?
A tenner.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Now I must say the Irish strawberries are much cleaner and all. These ones were more dirty.
Dirty, okay, fair enough. Speaking of strawberries, I went to the village at Wheelocks.
Yes, yeah, with half the country.
With half the country, yeah. It was an okay adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
It was grand.
Did you like go do a circle and then stop off at that quarry down in Wexford where everyone goes?
Fort? No, we didn't go to Fort
no.
Mountain. No, I've been there and I got a photo, so why would I bother going
it's done?
again? Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
Done. Fort Quarry is done.
When did you do that?
Years ago, I can't remember.
As in not during lockdown?
Not during lockdown.
Oh,
no, it's still the same, sure.
Okay.
Nature is nature.
Actually, it's not the same since before you've been.
Is it not?
There's a big car back there. And all
Is
that.
there?
It's very commercialised.
Commercialised, right? Yeah, because when I was there, you just put in the side of the road and client went through like
Yeah, no, it's proper like big entranceway, big car park. There's a coffee. There's a horse box. Yeah.
Fuck off, of course.
Of course.
Very good.
Yeah. We went on a wine tasting as well with our American friends.
Yeah.
And
You may help him again after.
oh no, sorry, different American friends.
Oh, more American friends.
More Americans. Yeah. This time it was Milo from Denver, Colorado.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and
What was he like?
yeah, he was grand. They annoyed Ashton, but I
Really?
find it.
Yeah, I can see that. Mile, and you're Ashland. Right? Nice to meet you.
Yes, yeah. But was there any? So it's just, I'd really recommend people to go to Italy, and that's about the height of it. There was this song, Volare, you know that song?
You had on your stories.
Yes, yeah, because the singer from that, he's basically their Joe Dolan, and they've a statue to him, and he came from this little town.
Very
It's
nice.
a great story, isn't it?
Why did you pick out this little town?
My uncle Michael recommended it. Shout out to my uncle Michael. And it's a little bit touristy, but not very touristy. But it's perfect, and but there was so much more that I'm trying to think of. The ice cream is just amazing, and yes. No,
Is this a touristy town?
Yeah, but it's more day trippers. They come in, they go off then to the next one. This is, but like they don't have many people that stay for a few days. We stay for a few days, and our Booking.com host collected us from the airport.
Right,
and I love this so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us about this.
Oh, yeah. So the woman offered, and she kept sending winky faces. And then we managed to find her at the airport eventually. And sure, then when she was in the car, sure, she was sitting, she was like, it was like shooting fish in a barrel then. I had questions galore for her. I showed her my places that I planned to visit in the town, and she went through them. And I asked her what she worked at. I asked her, I got into her whole...
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley also had a story of you talking to a lady selling wine.
Oh, yes.
When I see it, my first thought was, they're going to be there for a while.
They're going to be there. Oh, man.
It was like this while he's playing wine and you had your listening face on.
My listening face on.
I was like, God, that's it. Ashlyn has already been there for a few minutes, I'd say.
I think that might have been at the wine tasting, and I said I was smelling the wines, and it was fantastic. And I felt I was even saying to Ashton, what was it? Oh, this wine is deeper than that wine, and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm not helping myself.
Oh, that was great. Oh, okay. James' minors are unfortunately finished for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we've only to support Newtown Mount Kennedy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we've solved the medical mysteries, and I got into the whole of her life, and
okay. This has been the Two Johnnies podcast. Thank you very much for listening.